talk about a mistake I made. A big one. If you look closely at the cuticle area on this old set, you're going to see something that makes every nail text hard to sync. I have overfiled. Last time, I was testing out some new dual forms and I got a little too aggressive with my cleanup. The result? These deep indentations, those holes right near the proximal fold.
It looks bad, and honestly, it's dangerous if you keep doing it. It compromises the nail plate structure. But there are good news, it's fixable. These mistakes will grow out, and the damage isn't permanent if you handle the next steps correctly. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to remove the gel correctly and apply a new flawless nail extension. And all of this we will do using dual forms that actually helps heal the nail underneath the gel. And we're going to fix this together.
To start the rehabilitation on these nails, we have to get the old bulk off. For this I'm using my new MGR drill bit. You can see the black marker on it. That indicates it has a very coarse grit. Now guys, a warning. This is an aggressive bit. It eats through product. When you're using a coarse bit like this, your hands need to be incredibly steady. If you slip, you will hurt yourself. But when used correctly, it saves so much time. When you're working on a client, you have the luxury of maneuvering their hand however you like. When you're working on yourself, the biomechanics are completely different. You have to adapt. My workflow for self-removal is specific. I start by filing from the left side wall, moving inward toward the middle of the nail plate. I'm letting the rotation of the bit do the work, not pressing down. Then I have to physically rotate my hand, almost flipping it, to go from the right side wall back to the middle. It's a bit of a dance. Left to middle, turn, right to middle. I am being extremely careful near those divots I made last time. I am not touching the natural nail with this bit, I am strictly removing the old gel bulk. We want to leave a paper-thin layer of the old base or product if it's adhering well, just to protect that damaged regrowth. Once the bulk is gone, we move to the most critical part of the set, the prep. If your prep is bad, your nails will lift, moisture will get in, and we'll be back to square one. I'm taking my pusher and gently pushing back the onychium and lifting the cuticle off the nail plate. Because I have those filing holes from last time, I am being extra sensitive here. I don't want to aggravate that area. Next, I grab my 180 grit file. This is a standard for natural nail prep. I am not trying to thin the nail. I'm just removing the shine and creating microscopic texture for the product to grab onto. I'm filing careful around the cuticle area, blending any lifting from the old product and ensuring the surface is made. If you see a shiny spot, that is the lifting spot waiting to happen. Dust is the enemy of adhesion. I am thoroughly cleaning the nail plate with nail liquid to remove all those fine particles we just created. Watch how the nails turn chalky white instantly. That's what we want. We're stripping the surface oils. If you skip this, or if you touch your face or hair after this step, you've contaminated the plate. For the base coat, I'm using a specific non-allergic formula that works with my body chemistry. That's a tip for you guys. Not every base coat works for every person. You have to find what adheres to your keratin. I wanted to penetrate those micro scratches we made with a 180 grit file, and I cured this fully. This is our safety barrier between the natural nail and the polygel. We're working with polygel and dual forms today. This technique, when mastered, gives you the most perfect surface with the least amount of filing. But the mistake usually happens right here, choosing the size.
I need a form that fits sidewall to sidewall without me having it to press down too much. If you have to press it down to fit, then it's too small. If it's too small, it will pop and create stress points. And I take my time here. I measure every single finger before I even touch the gel.
I place a bit of polygel into the concave side of the dual form. Now, the consistency of this polygel is key. It's firm, but it moves when I tell it to. I'm spreading it evenly, thinning it out near the cuticle area and leaving it slightly thicker in the apex area. The middle for strength. You don't want a thick chunk at the cuticle line. That's how you get lifting, and that's how I made those mistakes last time. Thin at the back, strong in the middle. So here's how we do it. I applied the form starting a millimeter away from the cuticle, pressing down gently towards the free edge. This direction pushes the air bubbles out towards the tip, rather than trapping them near the cuticle. I'm checking the underside. I'm checking the side walls. Once I'm happy with the placement, I am not rushing to the big lamp yet. I'm using the 5-watt mini lamp to flash cure or semi-cure it while I hold it in place. This freezes the polygel so the form doesn't slide around. It's like a third hand. Once all nails are flash cured and stable, I do a full 2-minute cure in my main lamp. We need that polymerization to be 100% complete. Now the best sound in the world, pop. Removing the dual forms. If you prepped right, they pop off clean, leaving the surface that is already 90% finished. It's glossy, smooth, and the structure is there.
And we aren't done yet. Now we refine. I start by marking my desired length. I like them all uniform, so I take my time here.
I take the drill again, carefully, and remove the unwanted length up to my mark. This is faster than hand filing and saves my wrists. Now I take my hand file. I'm shaping the free edge and refining the side walls.
So we went from damaged, over-filed near the cuticle nails to a clean, structured nail extension. And the biggest takeaway, guys, I want you to remember is the importance of the removal and the prep.
Then we go with a fine bit and clean up the cuticle area, making it flush with a natural nail, so it grows out seamlessly. Don't forget the underside. With dual forms, you often get a little shelf of the product underneath the free edge. I take a small bit and gently smooth that out. If you leave it, it catches dirt or feels bulky. We want these to feel like natural nails. The structure is solid. The holes from my past mistake are covered and protected under the strong architecture. To finish, I decide to apply a thin coat of this beautiful color. I'm doing this to mask a little bit of the transparency near the cuticle area, where the polygel is thinnest. It blends the extension into the nail bed and gives it that seamless high-end look.
You can have the best polygel or gel in the world, but if you're too aggressive with the removal or too lazy with your prep, your set isn't gonna last. You will just end up ruining the nails. And those holes I made last time, they're safe now, and they will grow out carefully under this nice layer of gel.
Finally, the shiny top coat. This is the moment where everything comes together. It seals the color, protects the filing work, and gives us that glass-like finish.
If you are just starting out, be patient with yourself. Everything takes time. And if you're interested of the products I used today, I've listed everything in the description below, so please check it out. And subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of those interesting deep dives that I post every week. Keep practicing, keep your hands steady, you've got this, and I'll see you in the next one.